Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Charles, and today we're gonna be doing a what if called "What If Krillin Had the Eight Gates." Now, I'm not fairly new. I'm actually very new to what ifs. This is my first, and yeah, I'm not gonna be doing those text to speech what ifs most YouTubers are doing now. That are like 4 hours long, and, like there's like nothing to them, just an image. I'm not gonna do that, but yeah, I've actually enjoyed watching listening to what ifs for a while now, and I've always been thinking to make my own. So yeah, my what ifs are gonna be different from the those text to speech bullcrap. I'm gonna be more similar to let's say Salad Sane or Setter. It's both what if YouTubers that I've actually really enjoyed. They made very good what ifs, and yeah, you guys should go subscribe to them. But yeah, right now my what ifs are gonna be pretty rough around the edges, so I hope you guys can like and subscribe so I can improve my content, and yeah, to make what ifs much more enjoyable. Now, today we're gonna start off in the past where Konoha thrived for decades, even after Naruto's death, and more Hokages. But eventually, Konoha will fall and start to degrade while new cities are starting to rise up. And decades to centuries of peace. Nobody really has to use chakra anymore, so chakra will slowly get forgotten, and because of it, chakra devolves into ki that we know in Dragon Ball now, and cities building and growing into the cities we have now, like Z City. And yeah, that's pretty much the pass on how chakra and ki is. It's gonna be a little bit different, but yeah, the story truly starts in Dragon Ball Z after the Frieza saga, where Goku is on yardrat training. Krillin starts to realize that he's really falling behind Goku to power, and he feels like that he's too weak to be his rival, maybe even his friend anymore. I don't know what he thinks about that. I just made this up, I guess. But as he thinks Vegeta will be Goku's new rival and best friend, and even the other humans such as Tien Shinhan and even Gohan, who's just a kid, are surpassing him. I mean, Gohan is a half Saiyan. And he still isn't on the level of Goku, even when his potential is unlocked, and so he wants to catch up to them. And so, he starts training for the 1 year that Goku's on Yardrat, but he begins to realize that after a month, that he's not gonna catch up to them, even if he trained non-stop for the whole year in the gravity chamber. And he thinks about how some of them have something special like power-ups, transformations, techniques, or even Zenkais, and like Tien even has his weird third eye thing with his four witches technique. And he starts to think, what could he do to catch up to Goku? He could learn the Kaioken, but he doubts he'll be able to reach far with it since the human body is weaker than the Saiyans, and so their strain will reach much higher. And Saiyans also have Zenkais plus their higher potential, so he could probably get to Kaioken times 50 max in his lifetime, if he actually tried, but it isn't enough. And so Krillin flies around, thinking of ways to catch up to Goku, until he sees some ruins of houses and large walls that look ancient in the middle of nowhere, in a random forest somewhere, with a mountain monument that looks like it has faces carved into it. He becomes intrigued, and so he lands and starts looking around, and he sees all the destroyed houses corroding away in the vegetation and vines, until he finds a large building in the back of his town that looks important, that is actually the Hokage house that we all know and love. And so Krillin walks inside to check what's inside, and he walks around the large house, and he finds what he looks like a library with some scrolls and books, but they're all worn and torn, and he can't really see what's written on them. Until he finds a green book that looks to be in okay condition, that reads, "The Eight Gates Explained." And he opens it up, and he reads on the book, "The 8 gates are doors that unleashes one's full potential. and chakra when opened. Krillin wondering, what's chakra? The gates are located on your chakra paths, and there are 8 gates that you can open. The gate of opening, healing, life, pain, limit, view, wonder, and death. However, the 8th gate of death should not be opened under any circumstances, as it could result in your death soon after using it. And Krillin continues to read all of it until he finishes and thinks, this seems pretty cool and powerful. I want to learn it. But how do I get this chakra thing? Maybe it's Ki, but called a different name. Krillin is half right, as Ki originates from chakra. And so, he trains to try to use these 8 gates, but he keeps failing, unable to open any of them. Until, come on, focus, focus, focus on my Ki, and then push. First gate, open. As he opens the first gate for a brief moment, but soon after, he collapses on the ground, finding that it strains his body quite a bit, and it's hard to maintain because it's the first time he's using it. Now you may be wondering, how did Krillin open the first gate? Well, the gates have been dormant for centuries, with nobody trying to open them for years. Until Krillin tries and reawakening them, but the gates reform in shape to the new life force called Ki, that is in all people now. And since Ki is a bit different than chakra, it's more raw than chakra. Wait a minute. Making it much more powerful and easier to control, but it's much more limited on how to use it. This also correlates to the gates making them much more powerful, as we've seen my guy go from Jonin to above Hokage level, with the 8th gate, which is a massive boost in power. So just imagine how much more powerful it will be now. So if any of you are wondering, the gates will be more powerful than Kaioken, and has techniques that can be unlocked with it. I mean, the Dragon Ball characters could probably do some of them. They're way more powerful than Guy and Naruto. But let's say their techniques you can unlock the gates. I know, kinda bullcrap, but it works. With the same amount of strain as the bodies of Dragon Ball characters are much more durable, so usually the gates would have more strain, but it's countered now. But you still might die with the 8 gates if you're not careful. And yes, you can stack them both, but we might see that soon. But anyway, back to the what if. Krillin now knows he can access them, and so he trains for the full year to unlock the first gate, and maybe the others too, until Frieza and King Cold arrives. And Krillin will probably actually stand much better of a chance than in canon, as he fully mastered the first gate with slight control over the second gate, but he will still most likely lose, until of course, Trunks arrives taking both of them down, and Goku arriving soon after. And of course, they have their reunion, and Goku will have their talk with have his talk with Trunks, and Trunks giving him the hard medicine, and Trunks telling Goku that androids will arrive in 3 years, and to prepare in that time, and he will come back in 3 years. And so Goku tells the other Z fighters about the androids coming in 3 years, and all that stuff. But before Goku flies away, Krillin asks Goku if he can spar with him. Goku, being surprised, says sure, and then they both start to spar. As Goku realizes that Krillin has gotten much stronger, but his base isn't as strong as his base yet until Krillin yells, "First gate, open!" His Goku is surprised and gets caught off guard, so Krillin lands a swift kick to his stomach, with Goku feeling the kick in pain as Krillin starts to get the upper hand. Now the scale of the multiplier negates on scale of the Kaioken multiplier and the Super Saiyan forms later on. So since the gates are much stronger, the first gate will give off a Kaioken times 10 multiplier. That might seem a lot, but we've seen some characters do some insane stuff with Ki, and just if I don't make it like more powerful, the gates will still be pretty useless and wouldn't matter much in the story. But that's why I made it a lot more strong. But yeah, let's continue. And Goku realizes that Krillin is much stronger. He's forced to use Kaioken to but still far from being as strong as a Super Saiyan. The battle rages on until Krillin uses a technique we all know from Goku, which is where he grabs onto Goku and jumps into the air. starts spinning as he turns upside down, falling to the ground. He yells, "Leaf Hurricane!" as he slams Goku into the ground. Goku getting pretty damaged by this disorient. But he gets back up and says, "That was a pretty strong technique." And their battle continues, but after a bit, Krillin starts to feel strained and weakened from using the gates for some. It is key dropping slowly with Goku gaining the upper hand. So Krillin yells, "Second gate, open!" For a brief moment, he feels his ki going back up, slightly with him being re-energized, and feeling much less exhaustion. With an added multiplier, of Kaioken times 5, and him not having a multiplier, of Kaioken times 15. With Krillin landing blow after blow against Goku with ki flying, Goku thinks, "Wow, Krillin has gotten so strong now. I'm happy for him." As Goku uses the Kaioken times 9 to keep up with Krillin. But soon, Krillin feels extremely drained and weakened, until Goku says, "Let's finish this. Kaioken times 15. And Goku lands the finishing punch into Krillin's face, knocking him out. With Krillin knocked out, Goku flies the Cornish Tower to give some senzu beans, giving one to Krillin, healing him up. As Krillin wakes up, Goku says, "That was really good fight, bro. You've gotten so strong, Krillin. What's this new gate technique you know?" As Goku, well, I keep saying Goku. As Krillin smiles and says, "I'll tell you later." So they fly back home and to rest and train for the 3 years until the androids arrive. So yeah, this is my first what if, and I hope you enjoyed this what if on what if Krillin at the 8 gates. And I definitely messed up a few, because this is my first time doing what ifs. Not very experienced with it, so I'm gonna be quite messy with it. But I hope I improve. Hope you guys can enjoy this. But yeah, like and subscribe to let's say, well, honestly, maybe if this video is well received, I'll make a part 2. I won't ask for much or anything. This is my first video, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy. Goodbye.